Oh, there it goes.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. We are excited to have you here today. We're going to keep this as short and sweet and painless as possible, as you do have another orientation today with AmeriCorps directly for your swearing in, which will also be pretty short. But we do have some unique things about UAB that we need to make sure that you know as you begin your service. Um, just some general housekeeping. We are recording this meeting so that we can share with you all later, so that you have this information and have me talking about it and answering questions. If you are not speaking, please go ahead and put yourself on mute so there's not a lot of feedback during the meeting. But if you have questions, feel free to unmute yourself or put it in the chat if it's easier. If you are able to take your camera off and show us your beautiful faces, we would be happy to see them. It's a lot easier to have a conversation with a face than rather than a little circles with your initials. But if you're not able to, we completely understand. With that being said, this is not our full group, but I will continue to let people in as they come. We want to respect you guys' time to make sure that you guys can do the things that you need to do for your sites today. With that being said, I will let Georgia pull up our presentation and we will get started with our introductions.
Oh, my share button is taking a second to load. So sorry.
Technical difficulties happens.
Always. All right. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Wonderful.
So as you guys should already know, we are the UAB AmeriCorps Vista statewide program. We have members serving all across the state of Alabama, full-time and summer associates. You can go ahead to the next slide, Georgia. So, basic schedule. We're going to do welcome, introductions, expectations, and overviews, and quick questions and closing remarks. As I said before, we are going to try to keep this as brief as possible, but also give you the information that you need to be successful during your 10 weeks of service. Also, disclosure, I do work from home with a small child, so if you see me turn my camera off abruptly, it is because I'm going to go check on them, and Georgia and Mike will make sure that you get the information that you need. And my voice is kind of going out, so if I sound a little funny or you need me to repeat something, please let me know. So, meet our program staff. First and foremost, we have our program director. Her name is Dr. Amy Hudson Chatham. She has been working with the program since 2014, and she's also a Peace Corps, returned Peace Corps volunteer. Do me a favor and mute your mic for me. Okay, I got it. My name is Kiana Bogdan. As you know, I've been sending you the luxurious emails that you've been seeing on a regular basis. I'm a UAB Vista program supervisor, essentially managing the grant associated with our program and making sure that you guys have what you need and your sites get what they need as well. Kiara, she could not be with us today. She is our Black Belt supervisor, or project coordinator rather. She works with all of our sites and summer associates working in the rural Alabama and Black Belt areas. And I will let.
Yeah. I was like, oh, who's that last one? My name is Georgia, like the state. I'm the food security program coordinator. So if you do anything in the FSI world, which is our food security initiative, that is me. And the three of us at the end, me and Kiana and Kiera, we have all served not only with AmeriCorps in general, but specifically with this program. So good things
Always
are
good to
happening.
add that fun fact. And our lovely Vista leader, Mike, has their own slide.
Let's say, I guess it's my cue. Yeah, so I am the Vista leader, which is essentially, I'm just a Vista like all y'all, but I kind of serve as, a resource guide for you all. If you have any questions about your year of service, I did a full year with bonus promotion here at UAB the last, August to 2021 to 2022. And so, yeah, if you ever have any questions about just service in general and getting started, or if you have any questions about, some of the stuff we talk about in here that you want more in-depth information about, you can email me. Or if you just have like life questions, I'm good at those too. So I'll put my email in the chat for y'all.
All right, now it's your turn. So if you guys, I can't see without going to this screen. So Kiana, if you don't mind calling a name, that'd be great. So we'll do your name, where you're from, your summer placement, so the site where you're serving, something that you hope to gain within the next 10 weeks, whether that's some type of professional experience, some type of like, story to move on, some type of whatever, something that you're hoping to gain in the next 10 weeks. And then I'm going to ask you an icebreaker question. So I don't know who all is here. Kiana's muted. We love that. It's been a long time. It's been a long time on the internet, y'all.
I'm so sorry. I'm just getting back to work. So I am going to go by the list that is in my participants list. So it is nothing personal if you are first, second, or last. So the first person I have on my list is Johnny Wilson. If you could do us a favor and unmute yourself.
My name is Johnny Wilson. I'm from Camden, Alabama. Summer placement would be a Bama Kids in Camden, Alabama.
And what is something that you hope to gain in the next 10 weeks of service?
To help the children that I'm working with.
All right. Okay, and then my icebreaker question. If you were left alone on a deserted island, or if you were just left on a deserted island in general, would you rather be there by yourself or with your worst enemy?
My worst enemy.
Okay. Quick. All right.
It's
All
like, what
right.
if your worst enemy is yourself? So, you know.
Oh, it's too early for that.
It's too early to be that deep, Mike. Thank you so much, Johnny. We're happy to have you with us. Next up, we have Lynn.
So I'm Lynn and I'm from UAB. And my summer placement is Grace Klein Elevate math tutor. And I hope to gain like just community service experience. Yeah, that's all.
I like it. Straight into the point.
So if you could only have 3 apps on your phone, what apps would it be?
Reddit, Outlook, Safari.
I feel like it's a really good balance.
Yeah. I would say like DoorDash. I'm just kind of,
Stop.
I'm always hungry. Well, thank you, Lynn. We're happy to have you with us.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Nina.
It's still me. Can everyone hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. My name is Nina Spear. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. My placement is at Anytown, Alabama. Something I hope to gain in the next 10 weeks is how to make an impact in kids' lives in a 1-week program, which is exciting. And then icebreaker question, I think, is now.
Okay, what is your what's your wallpaper on your phone? Like what's your screensaver?
Oh, so I don't know if I can show it because I have the blur feature on, but I have Kobe and Michael Jordan facing up against each other because I'm a basketball fan, but I'm an avid fan of both of those 2 players.
Nice, nice. Jason, I see that you joined us. I won't put you on the spot right now because you're next on my list of introductions. I'll give you a moment to read the prompt before I get to you. Next, we're going to have, thank you, Nina. I'm sorry. Thank you. And we're happy to have you serving as well. Next, we have Jordan.
Hi everyone, I'm Jordan. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. My summer placement is at the UAB Blazer Kitchen. I plan to gain in the next 10 weeks is basically learning a lot more about food insecurity. And so yeah.
Awesome. So if aliens landed on Earth tomorrow and offered to take you home with them, would you go and why?
I maybe would go just for the experience. But I want to come back though.
Contention.
Yeah.
I like it. Thank you, Jordan. We're happy to have you serving with us. Next up, we have Shakira. And some of you might be familiar with Shakira already. She has served with us a couple times.
My name is Shakira. I'm from Camden, Alabama. My summer placement is Bama Kids, and I hope to gain more experience because I'll be a teacher next year.
Oh, that's exciting. Congratulations. Okay, so if you it was like totally free, money wasn't a thing, would you rather have a personal chef or like a personal, what's it called? Like house cleaner?
Housekeeper?
Yeah.
I would say chef from going to college. I clean. I eat. I learned a lot of cleaning.
Yeah, I'd also choose chef.
Mm. Well, thank you, Shakira. We're happy to have you here with another term of service with us. All right, Jason, you are up. Can you hear me, Jason?
Yes, can you
Oh,
hear
there
me
you go.
okay?
You
Okay,
are up.
perfect, great. Hi, my name is Jason. I'm from all over the place, but I was born in Miami, Florida, and from Marietta, Georgia. I'll be serving with the Blazer Kitchen here at UAB. Something I hope to gain in the next 10 weeks is a deeper appreciation and understanding of food insecurity, especially here in America. My parents are immigrants, and we struggled a fair bit when we first came here. But learning more about the process here and all the good things that the good people here at Blazer Kitchen do. I'm just excited to get stuck in.
Are you there right now?
Yes, currently.
Yeah,
I
I
am.
think that wall looks familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, so build your favorite sandwich, like top to bottom, bread and everything. What would it be?
Ooh. Okay, first of all, my favorite sandwich is like 5 sandwiches, but if I had to choose any combination, I'm going with a nice garlic black pepper focaccia bread, fresh out the oven. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with some Genoa salami, some Black Forest ham, a little bit of red wine vinegar, some Parmesan, little bit of extra oil on there, provolone cheese, nice and melted. Close it up with the other part of the bread. Easy money.
All right. No veggie fam over here. I like it.
Oh, I forgot about the veggies. Of course, you gotta have some, red onions and bell peppers.
I'm gonna call Mike out. He said, "Dang, make me one." He just texted me that.
I'll
Uh,
make it.
Beware, she has a MacBook.
That's a different Mike Raleigh. So
Not you
it's
at
not
all.
me.
Not
It's not
you at
me.
all. Thank you so much, Jason. We're looking forward to having you serve with us this next 10 weeks. Next up, we have Shari. And if I butchered that, please correct me.
It's Cherie Jones.
Shari, gotcha. I won't forget now.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, my name is Cherie Jones. I'm from Greensboro, Alabama. My summer placement is in Uniontown, Alabama. And I hope to gain something new, something different, and something exciting. Because I'm a retired teacher, so I'm looking for different things to acquire in my life.
Awesome. There is a little bit of feedback. So if anybody else is here, that's so sorry. All right. So sheets. Are your sheets when you go to sleep? Are they tucked or are they untucked?
Untucked.
Good choice.
I have to keep my feet cool. My feet get hot, I can't sleep. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
sorry.
I'm sorry. I was trying to mute my mic, so I didn't have any give you any extra feedback. Just as a reminder, we do have a decent amount of folks on the call. So if you are not speaking, please mute your mic. That way we can get a chance to hear everyone. We did just have a couple more people join us, so I am going to put them on the spot so they can do their introductions as well. We have Shaletta, and I'm saying that wrong. I can feel it in my spirit. So please correct me and answer the prompts on the screen.
Good morning. How you doing? My name is Shalita Washington. I'm from Lily Baptist Community Outreach Youth Development. That's in Wilcox County. And something I hope to gain in the next 10 weeks is to have more children at our center and to reach out more with them as for the next school year, where they can I know there's a big thing now that's targeting our 3rd graders. So I'm looking to hoping that we can get some of the 3rd graders, because as my understanding, there are a lot of 3rd graders that are retaining. So hopefully we can target the newcomers, third graders, and the ones that are that had to be retained.
Awesome. Okay, so say you are a member of like you're in a circus. What would your your talent or your gig be?
In a circus?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm afraid of heights, so it's gonna have to be something that's close to the ground. And I don't really like animals, so oh boy, the thing that I'm gonna do at the circus is I'm gonna have to just work in a concession stand. I like to cook,
Right.
so
I like it.
Thank you so much, Shalita. We are excited to have you serving with us again. We do have some more people. Next up, we have Shanteria. Like I said before, if I butcher your names, please correct me. I am not ashamed to be corrected. So you are up next. Oh no, did I butcher it to the point of no repair? Shanteria, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead and answer the prompts on the screen, and then Georgia will give you a icebreaker question.
Yes, my name is Shanteria Sankey. I'm from Demopolis, Alabama. My summer placement is in Uniontown, Alabama with Black Belt Women Rising. I hope to gain in the next 10 weeks, learning more and helping domestic violence and sexual assault victims.
Well, that's okay. On a little lighter note, so sorry. Would you rather live where it only snows or the temperature never falls below 100 degrees?
Oh, I think I don't like the cold, so mine would be with 100 degrees.
Fair.
I support. Well, thank you so much. We're excited to have you serving with us. Last but not least, I do believe we have Madison.
Okay, hi. My name is Madison. I'm from Hoover, Alabama. And I am doing the Vista Summer program for the UAB Blazer Kitchen. I hope to gain a better understanding about the functioning of food pantry, as well as just being able to work with others. And yeah, that's what I hope to gain.
Awesome. Okay, so last one. If you were a wrestler, what would your entrance song be? Like hype you up, what would it be?
Oh gosh, I have no idea.
Or your go-to karaoke song, either one.
I honestly don't know. I don't listen to music that much.
Oh my gosh, what? Okay, do you watch TV? What was the last TV show that you've been binge watched?
It was Schitt's Creek.
Good choice. Absolutely. Okay. We made it through, y'all. We did it.
Thank you so much for participating with us, guys.
Oh, I think we missed Dixon.
Oh
No way. Oh, thank you. You
It's
almost got
sandwiched
away.
between all of us up at the top here.
Thank you, Mike. Dixon, you almost got away scot-free. Go ahead and get started.
Best for last, I suppose. We've got computers in the same room, so we had to make sure there's no echo. Hi, my name is Dixon Nash. I am from Birmingham, Alabama. My summer placement is with Anytown. And something that I hope to gain in the next 10 weeks is a greater understanding of AmeriCorps, and hopefully turn this into a year-long position if all goes well. Maybe take it out west somewhere. It's just kind of where my heart lies. So I'm ready for the icebreaker.
All right. I think this one's really funny. I saw it on TikTok. I did not come up with it. How many birds would
Wait,
have
one
to...
second.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. How many birds would you have to find in your house before you would start to get suspicious that somebody was putting them there?
That's a good question. Let's see. I think any amount above 4, I'm going to start to get a little suspicious.
Okay.
But before that, it's just like a it's like a Disney movie. You know, they'll just like come help me do chores and things like that.
Oh, I would love that.
Nice. It would have definitely been one. It would have definitely been one for me. I'm immediately suspicious. Uh, thank you guys so much. We're going to go ahead and get into the meat of our presentation so that we can make sure we get you out of here on time. So general program overview, like I said before, with the UAB AmeriCorps Vista statewide program, most of our members do a full year of service, but we do offer 10-week positions in the summer, which is what you guys are doing. Our goal is to provide opportunities to create and sustain a mutually beneficial relationship and collaborations across the state of Alabama. So that means between you, UAB, your site, and the community. And we've spread, our program has been over the past year, 9 years, words are hard this morning. We spread across the campus and across the state in the various departments, including Blazer Kitchen, Student Counseling Service, and the Office of Sustainability, and more. So yeah, a little bit about us. We're all over UAB and we're all over Birmingham, and we're growing in the rural area as well, to say the least. And here's just a little timeline of what we've been doing and why we're so busy and why we need all of you guys to serve. We started having Vistas way back in 2014. In 2018, we got a grant to expand from 5 Vista members to summer 12 to 12 associates, summer associates to like 50. And then we got another grant expansion to host 25 summer associates in 2020 and 90 Vistas. So lots more people. We continue to grow exponentially. And now we have moved into the School of Public Health as of 2022. And we have pledged at least 30% of our positions to focus on food security. So impact areas. Like I said, we are all across the state of Alabama. The highlighted counties in green are where we currently have members. Despite the fact that members are directly placed in those green counties, we impact all of Alabama with their service areas. The summer associate impact. Like I said, you guys participate in a 10-week program, and you guys are able to do direct service and meet crucial needs during the summer months, whether that be education, food security, environment, things of that nature. You guys are there to do that for that 10 weeks and really assist programs and meeting that need. Like I said, there's teaching, restoring urban communities, inventory management, food banks, things of that nature, all things that Vista members can't necessarily do with capacity building. You guys are able to do with direct service. You guys receive the same living allowance as our full-year members. You guys also can receive an education award. It is less than full-year members, but you still have access to it or a stipend at the end of your service. And our goal for 2023 is for us to be able to complete over 6,000 service hours. So we're working our way there. Since last year, we made about 5,600. So growth is the goal. Oh, this picture's so cute. Section 2, resources and expectations. So we'll go over the basic UAB and AmeriCorps resources, what the hours are, our website, Encore tutorial, and Vista reports. I'll go through this section pretty quickly because I know we've talked about it, extensively in your preliminary interviews, and you all have that a summer associate manual to refer to as well. So resources, there is a split between AmeriCorps resources and UAB resources. So AmeriCorps, it will be handling your living allowance and your education award and stipend directly. So if you have any issues or questions about those benefits or resources, you would need to reach out to the National Service Hotline directly, because unfortunately I do not have access to that information or able to change any information or answer any questions about what's in your system on that side. But as far as UAB goes, we can provide remote on-campus parking for anybody serving on UAB's campus. We have one-card access for those of you needing access to UAB buildings. All of you can receive mileage reimbursements for off-site Vista activities. So if you have to go somewhere else for your Vista work, if you have to go to a meeting or a conference or something else off-site and come back to your site, we can provide mileage reimbursements for you all then. And you guys will submit those directly to me, and there's more information about that in your orientation manual, and we'll talk about it a little bit more here. On top of that, everyone serving in the Birmingham metro area does have access to the Blazer Kitchen, which essentially is an on-campus food pantry. It's client choice, so you can take what you need and leave what you don't. And that's, if you have questions about any of those benefits, you can reach out to our Vista leader, Mike, or in Georgia in regards to remote parking and one-card access. I love the who you're going to call button thing at the top. It's my favorite. So organizational structure. This is essentially our chain of communication. So first and foremost, if you have any questions about your day-to-day service, a code of ethics, dress code, things like that, you should be reaching out to your direct supervisor at your site, because myself, Georgia, and Mike aren't there on a day-to-day basis. We don't work directly with your site, so they will have the best answers for you. But if for whatever reason you have a question that your direct supervisor can't answer, then you would reach out to our Vista leader, Mike, and he would do his best to answer that question of concern for you. And if for whatever reason Mike cannot answer that question, he would direct it to the next program staff. So if you are FSI, that'll be Georgia. If you are in the Black Belt, that'll be Kiera. And if you are anybody in between, that'll be me. And if for whatever reason, if we are stumped also, we will bring it up to our program director. And if she can't answer your question, which is very slim to none, we'll bring it up to an AmeriCorps representative, and they will get us the answer that we need regarding your service. But 9 times out of 10, all the questions and concerns are usually addressed and resolved at the direct supervisor level. So, talk to them. Basic information about hours. So this is a full-time gig. We do expect you guys to be serving 35 to 40 hours a week per AmeriCorps guidelines. If your supervisor does approve flex time, so if that means like you work a little over one day so you can work under another, things like that, you would do that with your supervisor and just make a note on your timesheets. And obviously, like I said before, summer associates are allowed to participate in direct service. So you can be providing food, doing the tutoring, things of that nature that traditional Vista members cannot do. So if you do see them on your site not participating in those direct service activities, that is why. Living allowance schedule. So this is everyone's favorite part when you guys get paid. So right now it's about $13.50 a month. But at the end of July, you will see a change in your payment of about $200 per month, $200 per pay period, I think. Is that right? About $200 per pay period, I do believe. Mm-hmm. And that'll happen automatically. You don't have to do anything for that. As long as you have your information set up in your My AmeriCorps portal, you will receive that that raise essentially automatically at the end of July. And this is just a screenshot of the living allowance calendar. This is also on our website. So mileage reimbursements. Excuse me. As I mentioned before, you guys are eligible for mileage reimbursements, and these are only for off-site Vista activities. We cannot reimburse you for mileage to and from your site that is expected as far as your part of your commute. This form is in your in your orientation manual packet. Essentially, it's fillable. You put your name, the date of the travel activity, where you went, and where you started, which is your site, and then where'd you go, the reason that you traveled, fundraising event, whatever. And then you put the round trip miles in the little last box, and you put a screenshot or a link to your map of where you went before so we can verify the mileage, and then you will send that to me directly, and that will get paid out through your UAB direct deposit. You haven't gotten the information yet about how to set up your direct deposit, because UAB does take a little bit longer to get you that information, but you will have that information this week about how to set up UAB direct deposit and your Blazer ID so you can get access to those benefits. Ideally, please send me that information within 10 days of your service, or else the financial office gets cranky with me. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. Also, if I'm going too fast, feel free to stop me, ask questions, put in the chat, unmute yourself. Happy to do so. Professional development opportunities. So we have a Tri-State Professional Development Series. On the 6th, it'll be about networking. They're both on the 6th. On June 6th, it'll be about networking. On July 6th, it'll be about sustainable agriculture. And on August 1, it'll be about grant writing. And we'll also be having our Life After AmeriCorps conference on July 11th. So this is a really big conference that we're excited about. That'll be a full-day conference with all programs across the state. It'll be at UAB. It's completely free to members. If you need to drive to the conference, you are eligible for mileage reimbursement for that as well. 9 to 3:30, we'll provide food, professional development opportunities, education. There'll be a keynote speaker. It's just a really good opportunity to meet across other Vista members and AmeriCorps Vista and other AmeriCorps members in general across the state. So we really hope you can be there, and we'll be sure to send you all the link if you haven't gotten it already to register.
We're also going to have somebody there to take headshots, so you can take that with you after your service.
Also headshots. All right. So this is a little overview of our website. You guys may or may have already looked at it. So essentially, home screen, the place that you're going to use the most will be current members. And it has literally everything that I've talked about, everything that's in your orientation manual, and then some with clickable links as far as things you might be interested in. There's a personal wellness handbook, all of our crisis hotlines. If you scroll back up a little bit, Georgia.
Okay.
There's also information about the Vista campus, AmeriCorps Service Resources, benefits that we've learned about that have been beneficial to other members, like the Affordable Connectivity Program, the statement living allowance calendars on there, your orientation manual is on there in case you lose it in the email. So lots of things here that you can go through and have access to, and you're welcome to look at it at your leisure. So 9 times out of 10, if you have a question, it's on that resource page or in your manual.
Oh.
Did you want to do the encore later? I don't know what.
It was next. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why that got out of order.
So we do have a video about exploring Encore. So I won't go through the entire thing. I'll let you watch that instead of listening to me talk about it for another 5 or so minutes. So essentially, these timesheets are due weekly. You will get your login information around 12:30 today. Your account's already set up. You'll receive instructions on how to do your timesheets. And information on how to complete your Vista report. So there's timesheets and Vista reports that are both due weekly, and essentially just tracks your activity. That way we can give it back to AmeriCorps because it is a federal program and they require that we track your activities accurately. When you complete your service or throughout your service, you can print a transcript of your hours, so you can see how many people you managed during your volunteer 10 times, how many hours they volunteered, things of that nature, how much in-kind donations you received, how much money grant writing you received, all those things that might be beneficial as you go into other the service work, college, things of that nature. You have access to that in your Encore review. Please note that this is only a UAB Vista thing. This is not an AmeriCorps thing. So they do not have direct access to this. This is just so that we can track your information and report it back to AmeriCorps. So please try to be as accurate as possible because AmeriCorps are sticklers for accuracy and data management. So there's also a YouTube video available in your resources online. So I'll let you watch that to see somebody go through the process. But if you have any issues or questions, feel free to reach out to Mike and he can help you with your first time sheet if need be.
I think we're essentially done other than some like announcement stuff. Do you want to go over this or do you?
If we have time, I don't want to mess up time. So if we have time, I would just let them watch the video if possible.
Okay.
My voice is going out. So.
Oh, okay. And then we can send this out to you guys. So it's on our YouTube channel. Quick plug. It's on our YouTube channel. But I can also send this out and you can click it from here. So. Do you want to do this, Mike?
I didn't make this, so I could talk about it. Yeah, so one of the things about serving with AmeriCorps and serving at your site is there is some language you probably need to get used to when talking about your service. So we do not work for UAB. We serve or volunteer with AmeriCorps, and we serve with whatever office you're at. If you're at Grace Klein, if you're at the other. I wasn't paying much attention to anybody else's, but whatever site you're at, those are the ones that, I serve with the Service Learning and Undergraduate Research. And we all serve through the UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham, technically UAB AmeriCorps Vista statewide program. It's a lot of lingo and a lot of language. There are some federal guidelines, and if you're ever interested in that, which probably very few of you are, I am, just because that's who I am, that like dictate, exactly how we can refer to ourselves, especially when we're talking with members of the public. And say, there's certain limitations that we have as, AmeriCorps volunteers, like, and they're probably going to go over it in your general kind of oath swearing orientation that you'll do later. But for instance, we can't be, representatives of the AmeriCorps and, campaign for any kind of public official. So there are some limitations, and it does help to conceive of your service in this kind of way, just from like an identity aspect. Because what I've noticed during my term as a VISTA leader, a lot of times, there's not a large kind of identity with AmeriCorps. Our members will have kind of, relation to their site. They'll say like, oh, I volunteer at Grace Klein, or, oh, I, volunteer at all these different sites, but they don't have much of an identity as working with AmeriCorps. And I've seen that in turn lead to, members not knowing about, the healthcare allowance, which I don't think summer associates necessarily have access to. But if you are going on to a full year, you do have more benefits that are available to you through AmeriCorps that you might miss out on if you don't see yourself as a volunteer in service to America as an AmeriCorps member. So when you are thinking about your service, remember that you volunteer with AmeriCorps. That's first, and you serve with whatever organization you're currently at. And all through UAB or the UAB AmeriCorps Vista statewide program. It's a lot of language that's, I would not take that, you don't have to write this down or take any notes on this. It's just something to be aware of, moving forward and thinking about like your larger role as AmeriCorps volunteers serving at your sites.
And when mom and dad and grandma say, hey, what are you doing this summer? You'd be like, this is what I'm doing. And you have a little mini 3-second speech instead of like, I work here, I think. So that helps with that. Questions?
Now, this is a free-for-all. It is not a speak now or forever hold your peace thing at all. But if you do have questions about any of the information that we went through, like I said, we did go through it pretty quickly, as a lot of that information is already in your orientation manual. But I want to make sure that you can see me saying the things, and I can highlight what the information that was really, really important, i.e. doing your time sheets and VISTA reports, when you'll get paid and how much that will be. So yeah, I will be quiet so you guys can ask questions.
Yes, what is the VISTA reports? It consists of what?
So the VISTA report is similar to the timesheet. It just tracks the quantifiable information. So it will ask you, how many volunteers did you manage this week? How much money did you make in donations or in-kind services? It'll ask, how much time did you spend learning about a new task or doing data tracking? How many members did you assist in relation to, oh, there we go. This information is also on your VISTA report. Essentially, it'll be a fillable form in your Encore, and there'll be information on how to access this when you get into your Encore report. But essentially, ask for additional quantifiable information about your service for that week. You may not have information to fill in all of those boxes, so we just ask that you put an NA or 0 for information that doesn't apply to you or to your site. But we ask that you do look through it thoroughly to make sure that you aren't missing any things, because like I said before, this is all information that has to be tracked according to AmeriCorps. Looking at it the first time, it can be a little daunting, but as you get used to it, you can go through it pretty quickly. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. And that does not have to add up to 35 or 40 hours a week, just a timesheet.
And these forms can be found.
They'll be on your Encore page. You'll get the login to the Encore today at 12:30 is when they're expected to be sent out to you guys.
Okay.
It'll have information about, so it'll look like this. You'll log in there, and it has all of your information as far as how you do your timesheets, your VISTA reports on there. It's all online, and your supervisors will review it and approve it directly. And we'll send out the video later so you can see what it looks like to do your timesheet in real time.
Okay.
No problem. Any other questions? I won't keep you, but I will remind you that today you have to participate in a swearing in call, either today at 11 or 3 p.m. It is mandatory by AmeriCorps. If you do not participate in this call, they will not consider you a summer associate and they will not pay you. So it is very important that you are either on the 11 o'clock or 3 p.m. call. It's both in Central Standard Time. 3 p.m. call today. They will be checking attendance. So if you are not in attendance, they will not consider you a member and I will get a cranky email. So please, please, please do that today. And if you have any questions or have any issues joining the call, please let me know. Otherwise, we are so excited to have you guys serving with us for the next 10 weeks. We look forward to the impact that you'll make on the community and your sites. And if you have any questions or concerns throughout your service shift, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. I'll let you be great.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop presenting. We'll hang out for a second. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, but should be good.
Otherwise, you are free to go. Like I said, 11 or 3 p.m. And that link should be in the email that I sent you guys earlier today. Bye everyone. George, you can stop recording.
Oh, I forgot I was doing that. Oops.
Not that I'm